And good evening. Thank you for joining Disability and Progress, where we bring you insights into ideas about and discussions on disability topics. My name is Sam. I'm the host of this show. Thank you so much for joining me. My research assistants are Amber Johnson and Charlene Dahl. I'm sorry you ladies aren't mic'd. I punished them and took the mics away. But hello, ladies. Yell out.
Good evening.
I
wave.
I don't know where I'd be without them. Anyway, if you'd like to email me and get an emailer of what's coming up on the shows, and also it's going to be coming up on the new year, you can email me at disabilityandprogress@samjasmine.com. That's disability and, written out, A-N-D, progress@samjasmine.com. So we'll be happy to get you on that list. Also, I want to thank Aaron Hastidi. Did I say that right? Close enough. Sorry, Aaron.
That's okay.
Aaron is from the Wallace Group, and he set this program up. So thank you so much. So an interesting show we have tonight on our program. We'll be meeting Mr. Aaron Lind. Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Good to hear it.
Yeah, Aaron is from Lakeville.
Minnesota.
Yep, he's a man with autism. Who attends the Chrestomathy. Did I say that right?
That said that correctly. Chrestomathy program.
That's correct.
Yes,
That's
a program
correct.
in Burnsville. And Chrestomathy has helped him with an unusual letter writing campaign that we're going to hear about. And we're going to hear the results on that. Also, he's joined by a program director, Chris Pritchard. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much. And Chris is a highly skilled human services pro who supports Mr. Aaron Lind and others to help achieve their goals.
Cool.
So, and he also works at Chrestomathy, and also executive director Linda Moore. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Linda.
Linda, who is also a licensed psychologist, with us talking about approaches to assist people with intellectual disabilities. So she'll be talking about how she serves people by about nonprofits and the 3 metro cities that they serve, and the struggle that also to attract and retain direct support professionals. So thank you all for being on. I really appreciate it. Chris, I want to start with you. So can you talk a little bit about the range of people you serve and their disabilities, and a little bit about the programming that you offer this group?
Sure. We work with adults with intellectual disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wide range. There's some physical disabilities as well. We work on behavior management, vocational skills, social skills, kind of focusing on each person individually. They have every person there has a program plan that's designed uniquely for them. Like Mr. Lind here has his own program that he helps us design. And so he's a part of the creation of that program. So, and in Burnsville we work with it's roughly 45 people every day.
And do they all work at Chrestomathy, or do they go out to other sites?
It kind of varies. Most of our guys will come in each day. Some of our folks will pick them up at wherever their residence, and we take them to their job sites. Some of our folks stay in center throughout the whole day. So we have some folks that work essentially full time, and some folks that are there just work partial, and so they kind of split their time.
So a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, correct.
So can you talk a little bit about what you do to get the community people involved outside your doors?
Well, a lot of it is, first of all, we consider ourselves part of the community, and we'll go to various businesses, whether it's retail or gas stations or whatever, and our neighbors, business neighbors around us, just kind of exposing us to them and them to us as to what we do, just in very natural settings. We have people come into our site whether it's helping volunteer with their skills, music group, drama class, those kind of things.
And can you tell us a little bit about Mr. Aaron Lind?
Mr. Aaron Lind.
I like to dictate letters for companies there.
We will get to that.
Get to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will. So can you talk a little bit about when he came and, a little bit about what he was like before he came to Chrestomathy?
Sure. He came to Chrestomathy in 2001. He initially started at our Eden Prairie location. Was only there for a short time because he then moved his residence to Burnsville. And it was right up the street from where we are. So he came and worked with us. And at that time, we had he had some pretty challenging issues, and just a wide range. And a lot of it was being flexible on things. Kind of, I want to do this, so this is the only thing that's going to happen. Getting stuck in processing. And there was some, property instructions and aggressions and those types of things. And so the big challenge was to figure out, okay, where do we go from here? And it was coming up with a program for him that he was going to help us design by what his interests are. And so it was working as a group with his group home company, Creative Care Resources, and us, and all the staff, and specifically with Aaron as well, to help develop programs that were going to help him through all of these things.
All those things.
So, Aaron, what do you do at Chrestomathy?
I actually work different tasks there.
Okay.
Every single day there.
Really? So you never get bored,
never get
do you?
bored working. Our workers can't make money every day till retirement there someday.
What do you like about it?
I like the job a lot. Most likely like the job from Chrestomathy Day Program. Chris do a great job working with me every single day. Trust that man. Over 8 years know that man.
That's a long time, isn't it?
There. 8 years. Yeah.
So when you go out to the community, Aaron, where do you go?
With the car wash, wash the van, everything there. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah.
So
all that stuff there.
And I understand you take tours.
Tours of Ziegler Cats. Take a tour. Everything there.
Tell me about those tours.
Take a tour. Delta Airlines, St. Minneapolis, Bloomington, a long time ago, with the airport guy. I said a big airplane's cockpit one time I did. Really? Yes, I did.
Cool.
I have. So a big cockpit of an airplane. As a tour guide there. All that stuff there. Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Chris, I understand that Aaron had struggles earlier, and you've kind of moved on from there. But how did you work through those together?
Well, one of the things that we found that really interested him in when he first started was journaling. And so he would dictate to a staff person his feelings, and so they would write down, and, sometimes it was page after page. It started to develop into, well, let's write letters to people. In the beginning, they were just letters. We weren't sending them off.
Right.
But then it was, well, let's find businesses that are interesting to him. And we can dictate letters,
to radio
staff
stations.
write them, and then we mail them off. And that was because one of the deals was refusing to get on the van, not coming to work, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we instituted this program where if he comes all 5 days, he could write a letter to anybody he wanted to.
Company there.
And it immediately took. He was, all of a sudden, he started to come. There were days he missed, but for the most part, it was really effective. And it was really got going when we started getting responses.
Responses there.
And that ranged from presents to letters to brochures to maps to We had visits from some of these
Some of the-
companies.
The log cabin company.
Yeah, the log cabin
yeah.
company. They came
Yeah.
down from northern Minnesota, and they
Minnesota
visited
there.
us.
Yeah.
So, Aaron, was it really all those letters?
Oh, letters
that
dictated.
just
Yes.
made you so
Nick
excited
is
you
so
you
proud
didn't
that I had
want to
those letters
miss
wrote
work?
back. Yeah, all that stuff.
Excellent.
Guess what? I wrote a letter to Santa Claus before.
Did you?
Yeah,
I certainly hope he gave you something.
some stogies. Yeah,
He did. He got a box of cigars.
the cigars back then. Yeah, yeah, I did.
Okay, well, we won't tell the doctor that was just on our show.
On the show. Yeah, I won't tell it on the show. Promise.
No, don't
Yeah.
tell him. No.
No.
So what kinds of training? It sounds like
Training.
you had a lot of expertise involved with working with people with disabilities, Chris. So what kinds
Yeah.
of training did you receive in the field for something like this?
Field. There.
For working with, like specifically here, Mr. Lind,
Mr.
it
Lind.
was, taking what I knew about autism and some of the
Autism?
generalities and getting to know him
No,
personally.
yeah, personally.
And how he operates.
Operate. There.
Because even though, you say
Yeah.
autism, but it's so diverse.
Right.
the
Oh, yeah.
first-
And so you really have to get to know
Yeah.
what makes
Yeah.
him tick.
No.
Where,
Two.
some people don't like loud
People
noises.
don't- Loud noises.
Mr. Lynn loves
Love
loud noises.
I do.
Let's go to the
Yeah.
monster truck rally
Truck
and let's
rally.
turn it up.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So it was really,
Really?
for 18 years, he and I have
18
spent,
years.
we spend a lot of time together.
Lot time together.
And it's with the staff and everybody.
Staff.
It's really getting
There.
to know
No.
how he operates
Operate.
and what's going to be the best thing.
The
And it's
best
involving him
thing.
in all of the
Involving him.
programming and the things that we do.
Yeah.
We've,
Yeah.
he and I have been together for 18
Together
years.
8 years.
And we can kind of,
Yeah.
we know what each other's thinking, that
Good.
kind of thing.
Thank you.
It gets to that point.
That point.
But it's not often you find a program
Program.
that sticks for 15, 16 years.
16 years.
And it's
That's
as powerful
true.
today
Yeah.
as it was the first day.
Yeah.
And it sounds like,
Yeah.
Aaron, it sounds like you do well,
Do well.
a lot with kind of like reward
Like
system.
award system
You
there.
find something
Yeah.
you really
All that
like
stuff.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
was that some of the
some of the letters wrote
solutions,
to the
Chris,
fire
that you
department
feel
before. Yeah.
that worked?
Award there.
It was, because especially when he started receiving packages
They're
from these
packages.
companies. And
Company.
as a staff person working with
Yeah.
them, you find you're as excited about that package as he
Yeah.
is.
He is.
It's like, oh, what is this now?
This
It's
now.
Old Dutch sending
Old
a
Dutch,
box
a
of
box of
50 different varieties of
Probably
chips,
potato
or
chips.
we got a bag of coal from a coal
from
mine
the
in North
coal mine
Dakota.
stuff
And
there.
it's
Yeah.
unbelievable the number
Unbelievable.
of sweatshirts, t-shirts,
Sweatshirt,
jackets
t-shirt,
that he has
jackets
from just
different companies.
all over the country.
Country, John Deere.
John Deere, we've
Wrote
toured
a letter
John Deere.
To a John Deere a long time ago in Rochester, Minnesota. Yeah.
So,
all that stuff.
Aaron, talk about what it was like to dictate those letters. You dictate them to staff, and
Staff.
they'd send them out.
I send them out. I keep the letter clean. Put only paper in it. Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
That's good. I like writing dictate letters. Every Friday I have to earn it.
How many letters do you write?
11 letters every single day. One full page letter.
Wow.
There.
Yeah, he gets one letter every Friday.
Every Friday.
One page.
Hop on the van. 1 page letter I get.
Okay, so Aaron, how do you decide who you're gonna write?
So I write to. I have a very smart brain in me. Tell
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Dictate a letter. Tell Chris look up the address. Yeah.
So how do you pick who you're going to write though?
Oh.
There's a lot of people in the world. How do you decide that?
All right.
Do you know?
I know about that stuff.
So do you know how you decide, or do you just kind of
Kind
ask
of.
for
For
suggestions?
suggestion for myself.
A lot of them have been sitting at traffic lights,
Traffic lights.
and he'll
Like
see
a construction
a
truck.
construction truck.
Truck. All that
we'll write to
stuff.
them.
Right to them.
It's
Yeah.
just something that he
Something
picks up as he's
pick
going
up
and
going down the road.
has seen something that refers him
Yeah.
to that company.
Company.
So Aaron, you wrote letters to Hershey's,
Hershey's.
and
chocolate
Lifesavers.
factory. Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
what were some of the questions you asked them?
Ask
What
the
did you put
questions.
in those letters?
Well, how many years ago? Establish. The chocolate factory established there. All that stuff there. Yeah, all that stuff. Establish there. All that stuff.
And you wanted to know all about
the
those
company.
companies.
About the secret recipe. Yeah,
They
it's a secret.
didn't really give you the
No,
secret
they didn't give that
recipe,
recipe,
did
not.
they?
Give
I
it to
didn't
me.
think so.
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Because
No.
you know what? If they would have given you the secret recipe, Aaron,
Yeah,
I would have to be bribing you for that.
bribing you for the chocolate making.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
all
then,
that
you know,
stuff.
Yeah, that'd be a hard
Yes.
deal.
That's a deal.
So
Yeah.
they wrote back to you.
Wrote
What
back to me.
What did they say when they wrote back?
I actually wrote back. I got very excited that day. Should have happy to in my eye that day. Open that letter up.
What was in it?
I got a shirt. Hershey, Pennsylvania shirt.
cool.
With the American flag on it. Everything got on that shirt. At the Hershey, Pennsylvania, I wrote a different company. I wrote one for John Deere. Asked for a free gift. A replica front loader. Yeah, rather than the Volvo ones.
Did you
Yeah, I
really?
did.
What did Volvo give you?
Sent me a letter back to me.
What did they say?
I asked for a package one day. Asked a bunch of questions about the company Establish there. Yeah, the product cost.
You know, Volvos are good cars, but they're
Go car.
expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have asked for a ride in one of those.
I don't know, run those diesel ones.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Who was your favorite letter that you've written to so far?
To the fire department.
Ah.
Yeah. Burnsville Fire Department asked for a tour. I took a ride in the fire truck.
Did
the
you?
fire chief. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I did took a ride.
Excellent.
I in a fire truck. Yeah.
And-
yes, I did.
Was that the favorite part of your tour?
My tour, yeah. He honked the air horn. I did. Yeah. I actually did blow the siren too. The guy can't let me blow it too loud through the town. Yeah.
Well,
And, yeah.
So, Chris, all of this activity must make
Timmy,
it pretty interesting.
interesting there.
Do people sit and like
Sit.
anticipate the next letter that
Anticipate
Aaron's going
on
to
the letter.
get?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
When the UPS guy
Yeah,
comes in the
guy
door with the
comes in the
package,
building.
everyone wants to know what's in
What's
it,
the note in it?
and it's always something
Always something
unique, and
unique. Ask for.
he usually gets what he asks for.
Ask for a book
Wow.
one day.
So you usually
Yeah.
get where you're. Well, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Dangerous thing there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we need to take a short break,
Right.
and then we will be right back.
Right. We're right back. Take a short break.
Programming on KFAI is supported by Community Action Partnership of Ramsey and Washington Counties Energy Assistance Program. The Energy Assistance Program helps low-income households pay a portion of their heating bills. Community Action of Ramsey, Washington assists Ramsey and Washington County residents with home energy payments, energy crises, and emergency furnace repairs. They also offer referrals to the Home Weatherization Program. More information about how to apply at 651-645-6470 or at caprw.org.
Programming on KFAI is supported in part by MNsure, where Minnesotans can compare health plans to find the best plan for their needs. Most people qualify for financial help. There is no charge for enrollment assistance, which is available in person or by phone at 1-855-3-MNsure or visit mnsure.org.
And we're back at KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and KFAI.org. This is Disability and Progress. And we were speaking with Mr. Aaron Lind about all these packages and letters he's getting. Aaron, what's the most interesting package you've ever gotten?
So far,
What's the best one you've gotten?
actually, last letter I got from Salisbury Mailbox Company. Salisbury wrote letter to got a mailbox.
You got a mailbox?
Yes, I did with some keys with it.
You're
Come
kidding.
with it. Also there, yeah, all that stuff.
Did you
Salisbury.
Did you get to put it outside the,
I
where
actually
your
put my
house?
bedroom at my house there. Yes, I
Cool.
did. Cool. Yeah, I did. I'm very excited that day. I happy laughing that day so hard. Almost shed a tear laughing that hard. Yeah, I did. Very honest truth. Yeah. I got a last picture to get.
So,
Yeah.
Chris, it seems like Aaron often repeats back, as we've noticed, what people say.
People say
Like
Yes.
today.
Echolalia.
Can you talk to? Is that part of the autism,
Yeah.
or what is that?
Yes, it is. It's called
Echolalia
echolalia.
there, and I'll.
And
Okay.
he's-
Yeah.
It takes a little getting used to. I'll
Used
admit
to
it. No, he and it doesn't. I don't even notice it
Doesn't
for
notice
the most
it.
part.
That's the most part.
When you first meet him, it
You
takes a
know.
little getting used to
Get used to it.
because he's typically just 2 or 3 words behind you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just his way of processing things
This is
and
things.
making sense of things. So
Yeah.
it's once you get
Once
used to it,
used
you know,
to it.
it's just kind of just there.
Just there.
Do you know how common echolalia is?
Is
I mean,
born with
numbers
it.
wise, I don't know. I know at our site we have
Site.
several folks with echolalia.
echolalia.
It's to different degrees.
To the
Right.
degree.
I would say Mr. Lynn's is probably the most pronounced that we
Pronoun-
have.
This
Yeah.
is not the first time I've seen someone
Yeah.
with echolalia, and so I was
Echolalia.
curious because
Yeah.
the other person that I knew was a
Knew.
young boy,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
did not repeat back near as much, but he could repeat exactly what somebody said.
Exactly. Set.
So-
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All that stuff there. Yeah.
So how would you explain Mr. Lynn's autism?
Autism.
Like, I know there's a huge variation in
Such a
autism. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, specifically,
It's
it's
meant
the
to be,
echolalia is probably the thing people notice
People-
when they're having a conversation with him. There's a little bit of the rocking.
Rocky.
He loves loud noises.
Loud
Like I
noises,
said,
like-
the louder the better.
A lot better. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
those are probably the 3
Yeah.
biggest things, and the
thing,
rocking
yeah.
back and forth, the
Back and
movement,
forth.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
One of the traits that we've worked hard
Worked
on is
hard
to
on.
increase his flexibility.
Flexibility.
Flexibility, like, what do you mean by
Take
that?
different van rides of people, drop people
Learning
off
how
first.
it's not just my
Yeah.
way. I'm not talking physical flexibility.
Right, right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I don't always need
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
be the first one dropped
Those
off.
are dropped off.
I'm the only one that
Yeah.
goes out because that's how when he first started. That's how it was.
Assist.
And
Yeah.
over time, it was
Over
practicing.
time.
Hey, we're gonna go to this
Do
person's
that
house
person's
first,
House there.
and then we'll drop you off.
Drop me off.
And you know,
Yeah.
giving him a lot of time to process those
it.
things,
Right.
Those things.
so that I
And
could
my
really
thoughts.
practice.
Practice.
And I mean,
Yeah.
it's taken a long time,
A long time.
but he really has
Yeah.
earned the title of
The
Mr.
title.
Flexibility,
That's
and it's a really neat thing to see.
Flexibility there.
So
Yeah.
I think learning to share, so to speak, because I
share.
consider that kind of sharing and
Sharing
be
and
flexible. That can be a hard
Hard
thing.
sometimes for me.
How did you learn to do that?
I like
practice.
Practice very
It
well.
was
A skill at the
Giving,
building.
like even on a van route,
Down road.
in the beginning, no one could sit around
Sit
him.
around you.
And so it
Yeah.
was practicing having, whether it was oftentimes a staff or myself,
the staff.
letting him know, I'm going to sit next to you on this van
Steal
ride
this
tonight.
van.
And giving him sometimes half a day to really process and think
Process.
about it.
Think about it.
And so that way
Yeah.
there was no risk to other people. And then it was
Yeah.
doing that just kind of every once in a
Once
while.
in a while.
But just constantly practicing.
Practicing.
Hey, it's not you and I
Yeah,
going to
you
the
are.
store or on
The
an outing.
store.
It's all 3 of us
Three
or
of
4 of
us.
us. So he had to
More
share
of
the
us.
share the spotlight
There's a
as well.
spot there.
So it was a
Yeah.
lot of practice.
More practice.
That's really good.
Really good
and
there.
You know what I tell my son
Your
when
son.
he
Yeah.
wants to just have it his way?
His
I
way.
tell him sharing is
Sharing.
caring.
Caring there.
That's
Of
right.
course. Yeah. All that stuff.
All
yeah.
that stuff.
All that-
So, Aaron, is it easy for you to be flexible now? Do you think it's
yes,
easy?
very easy there. Be flexible. Yes, it is.
Very good.
All that stuff there. Yep.
And
I have to come a very long ways. A
Yes,
huge
you
thing
have.
for me.
Yes.
what kind of things do bother you? Like, do textures bother you? There are different things that bother people when they're autistic.
Some people touch me, make me very upset, they caught me off guard, don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, all that stuff there. Yep. I have to just cope with it very well.
Well, that's
use
good.
my words about it very well.
Using my words.
My
That's
words
a big saying
is
that
a
we use.
big sign to say proper etiquette. Yeah.
Proper
words.
etiquette.
Use my words all the time
That's right.
with a staff member.
That's right.
At home too. Journal too.
So at
Yeah.
home, is that easy for you at home?
Easy now. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
But it didn't used to be.
It used to be easy. Nope. I got a big anxiety. I cry all the time. Shut down, cry.
Oh.
Yes, I did.
But-
Very honest. Truth.
Yes. But now you do much
Do
better.
much better. Like I do Mr. Lin now.
Do you feel happier
Happy now. Yep. Of course I'm happy. Yep. Yeah. All that stuff. Yep. Yeah. I'm very happy and I'm a very jolly person now.
That's
Talk
good.
to people all the
You know
time.
what,
Yeah.
Aaron? Everyone loves a jolly person.
Yes.
That's right.
All the time. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to be all the time. It's okay if you're not sometimes, but
not always
you know,
perfect.
not always perfect. That's
Perfect.
right.
Your mom always told me that's always perfect. Yeah. Always.
So
Not perfect.
it sounds like people in the community,
They
Chris, are
feel
kind of intrigued by
Treat
Aaron.
By the Aaron.
So
by Burns
is he?
Pulp
How
Shop.
does he engage people? Like, what's he
Engage
like
people.
to when he's talking to people in the community?
Kill me.
Well, I think the
They-
first thing people notice is
people-
he's very dynamic
Danny.
and he's very,
Very.
he knows a lot of things
Think about
and
engines.
about engines and
Yeah.
cars, and
Cars.
he remembers
Remembers
all of it.
stuff all about.
What little parts
Part
are and
of cars.
and so this wide knowledge
Yeah,
and it
knowledge.
draws people in.
People in.
He also shows a great interest in
Great
other people.
Interest of people.
And that's something that he's learned along
Learn
the way is
about
to
the ways
include
there.
other people in conversations.
Conversation.
And so it's
Yeah.
it's this genuine
Interact-
interaction that people
interaction
have with
people
him.
have. Yeah.
And it's the first thing that draws him though is his personality because it's very dynamic. And it's like when he writes the letters,
letters.
you can imagine someone
Yeah.
opening the letter and
letters.
someone else telling them that they have a cool job.
Then cool job.
You know, and you can see where it could brighten up their day. And,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and which
There.
you know, a lot of times we get packages
Packages.
a week after he writes the
can
letter.
read
And
after.
so you can imagine them kind of
Better.
jumping to it
Jumping to
and
it.
excited and
Excited.
they typically answer all of his questions.
Questions there. Jumping joy. All those letters got. Yeah.
It's clear to me you love those
Love
letters,
those letters,
Aaron.
of course. Of course, like those letters.
Of course.
I used to bring a voice recorder to work, record my voice a long time ago. Used to have a voice recorder
Yeah.
brought to work, record my voice onto a tape.
Yeah. And
Set
did
30 hours a day.
whoa, that's
record
a
that
long
tape.
time to record.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Linda, I want to talk a
Linda, I
little
talk
bit
to you now.
to you a little bit, and we haven't really talked much. But can you, as the executive, you're the executive director
Yeah.
of this program, and
Program.
can you give us a big picture of what's going on with, Aaron Lind, and also how do you help him and others
Others?
in your way?
Sure, I'd be
Sure.
happy to. And we're so appreciative of you having us on tonight so we can share this story. It's delightful to watch how Aaron has grown over the years. He first came, I remember when he came on his tour, I helped conduct the tour with his mother and his social
mother.
worker. And Aaron was kind of reticent and hanging
Reticent.
back a little bit.
Yeah.
And we were trying to learn a little bit about him and
About
try
him.
to figure out how to make room for him.
Room
And
for him.
over the years, he has grown so much.
Grown so much.
What I find so remarkable about Aaron is
Yeah.
that he now has friends.
Correct.
Oh, that's a big
Yeah.
thing.
And he has his friends
Yeah.
within the program, and he has friends out in the community. He makes friends everywhere. And that's a huge, huge accomplishment for someone with a diagnosis of
Yes,
autism.
it is.
And it was very touching. This summer, he was at the company picnic, and he and his friends were and coworkers were talking about Aaron's contribution to the room and how much they appreciated what he was doing and interacting with him, and how proud they were of him being able to work at his community job at Ziegler Cat. So for me, it's an amazing experience to watch all these different individuals that we serve and watch them develop and grow over time. We serve about 170 clients across our 3 program sites, and we have about 20 community job placements where people also work. So our vans are driving all over the metro area. Yeah, they put on about 2,000 miles a day. No, just an incredible amount of hours of driving.
Yeah.
I founded Chrestomathy in
there.
1985, and we started out with just a few people. And as I was developing the program concept, I wanted to choose a name that was reflective of my personal philosophy. And it was a very hot summer afternoon. I had to get that proposal in. I had to have a name for it, and came up with a name looking through the dictionary, Chrestomathy, which we selected for the Greek derivatives of useful learning. And you can see how that learning has really struck a chord with Aaron, as well as so many of our clients. They can tap into their interests, they go places, they do things, they explore. We have iPads, there's interesting things to do and see and people to meet.
And what types of people with disabilities do you have there?
We have a wide range of clients, and originally we were taking people who just didn't work out in other programs. And they were either being they were in the basement of a group home, or they were in state institutions and had never lived in the community. And then there were a few people that were living at home and really didn't have anything at all. So we were able to craft, different client groupings and a wide range, anything from the profound range of intellectual disabilities to people who are borderline and actually maybe have more mental health issues.
Mm-hmm. Aaron,
Yes.
do you feel the difference of what it's like to have so many friends in your
feel
program
pretty close to having
and
friends.
in the community?
You don't really have
What's that feel like for
feels-
you?
a good helpful heart inside, like friends.
Yeah,
Always nice to friends all the time. Yeah,
that's the way to make friends.
maybe friends there.
Do you have a best friend?
A best friend, Chris.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, that means you can never quit, Chris.
Never quit.
right.
No, no, never quit.
Oh, yep,
All
that's
that
right.
stuff.
We're in it for the long haul.
Longest there. Yeah.
So, how do you think, Linda? How because disabilities are all different, and how does Chrestomathy help such a wide range of people?
What we do is we really focus on the individual and what their interests are, what they want to get out of life, and we look for ways to help them experience the good things in life. I'm a psychologist, and I've intertwined a lot of psychological principles into our programming. One of the things that we really try to do is use positive psychology, and we look for what makes people happy. And it doesn't make people happy just to have a bowl of potato chips. It makes them happy when they have a role in life, they have relationships, they're engaged. And you can see how engaged Aaron is. Yeah, he's very engaged in his interests and his passions. We try to do that with each person that we serve. And, Aaron has a great story. We have 170 great stories.
Story.
Well, being engaged is great, and the bowl of potato chips, right, Aaron?
Bowl of tips there. Bowl and chips.
So,
The
Aaron,
chips go away.
here's what somebody told me one time:
So one time.
when given two good choices, choose both.
Choose both.
That's right.
I will choose both.
There,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Good idea. Yeah.
Chris, I understand that you kind of have a pretty creative way of doing outreach with the community and having, the community be involved. So, with integration and whatnot. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Probably the one that comes to mind first is we go to the car wash over at BP right near us.
Near us.
And we do that every Friday.
Every Friday.
and it's not contingent upon behavior. It's who wants to go.
Wants to go.
And so we'll just drive over there in a van.
With a van.
Like tomorrow now, I'll hand a car wash code to Mr. Lind.
Mr. Lind.
He'll go inside, get the car wash number, and then we'll drive through it.
Down through it.
But he can go in there now by himself.
By
You know, I just stand in the doorway. He has this natural interaction with. Usually it's Henry behind the counter. And then we come out, we get in the van, and it's just a natural, normal interaction. And we do that with as many people that want to go. We'll go as many times as they want to go. Throughout the week, we'll go to. I think we hit Home Depot about 4 times this week.
Excellent.
And it's allowing they can push the carts, they can scan the stuff, they interact with the staff there. I might say, here's what we're looking for. And they can go ask somebody, hey, where would I find this? And so it's a naturally occurring event. And oftentimes they can get to the point where I don't need to be right with them. I can kind of stand back and let it happen. So it's a little more natural. It's just sometimes these interactions just happen too. With the mailman. I mean, he knows the mailman, the FedEx guy, everybody.
I'll bet he does.
So it's just allowing these naturally occurring situations to happen.
And the thing is, though, you can teach. It sounds like you guys are awesome with teaching them, kind of drawing them out and teaching them to interact and to carry on conversations. But sometimes it's hard to teach the public to keep engaged. How do you do that?
It's really watching each scenario and situation that we're in, and sometimes you have to kind of step in and manipulate things. There are times where the person that we're interacting with is annoyed with something and they don't want anything to do with us, and that's okay. And we we'll discuss that. That happens. And so let's move on to the next thing, and we'll just keep trying stuff. It's just learning that not everybody's going to come and give you something every time.
Right.
Someone's not always going to be nice to you. And here's how you can respond to those situations.
And that's the same with everyone.
Right, exactly. So again, it's a naturally occurring situation.
All right. Well, Aaron, we're going to take a short break. Okay?
Oh, all right. Short break now.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I'll be right back.
The Internet Geeks at IP House are proud supporters of KFAI Community Radio. IP House provides internet hosting and access for your community, large or small. More information is available at iphouse.com.
Join us on Sunday at 10 a.m. on KFAI for The Wave Project, Rob and Ted's excellent musical adventure.
We will be exploring the music of the Texas Troubadour.
You'll hear Joe Ely, Guy Clark, Hayes Carl, and more.
So tune in on Sunday at 10 a.m. on KFAI 90.3, Fresh Air Radio.
Is your diet lacking in vitamins and minerals? How about adding some much-needed heavy metal into your meal plan? We here at KFAI and the Root of All Evil Show eat, sleep, and breathe metal on a regular basis, and we use that metal boost to fuel our never-ending quest for the truest of all forms of heavy music. Sound like something you want to sink your teeth into? Why not join us at the station and see how much better your health can be with a heaping heavy-duty dose of metal as you enter the live radio platform from 1 to 6 a.m. every weekend on KFAI. You may have the option of possible co-host, guest, or metal maniac, someone who doesn't mind late nights cranking the metal as it must be played. Reach out in the name of metal and contact us at roaecrew@gmail.com or call KFAI at 612-341-0980.
This is KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and KFAI.org. This is Disability and Progress. And Aaron, Lind, you'd probably like that metal. That's probably nice and loud.
Nice and loud. Yeah, I do like the metal. Yes, I do.
You like that? Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like right up your alley.
Up an alley there. Yeah.
We'll have to get you listening online.
Listen online there.
Drive all the people crazy there.
People crazy there, of course. Yeah. All that stuff. Yep. Yeah.
So, Linda or Chris, what are some things that you wish people knew about people with disabilities?
People with disabilities.
I think for me the biggest thing is the emotions and interactions. They're just like everybody else, and some days it's your day and some days it's not.
Yeah, my day.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
It's how you deal with that and recover. Our kind of unofficial slogan is we're gonna start over again tomorrow. And no matter what happened today, we're still gonna come and pick you up tomorrow. We're gonna try it. We'll start all over again.
Over again. Like a fresh batch of cookies.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I like it.
And a cup of coffee.
Batch of,
One cup of coffee.
I just tried to make candy not too long ago, and I burned it.
Burned it. Uh-oh.
I'm going to start all over again.
Over
Hope that my fire alarm doesn't go off this time. So, how do you think you can help the public show a little more patience?
Show more patience. I actually make some more money for the company.
Yeah?
I have to help support Chrestomathy.
Oh.
Help to dictate letters.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah, I actually drove a dump truck there cat before. I drove a big truck. Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
He did. He drove it around the parking lot.
Around the whole parking lot.
Cool.
Did. Yeah. I did.
And you didn't run over anything?
No, hit no car or anything like that.
That's good,
no,
because
all that stuff.
You'd have a hard time if they made you show them your driver's
license. Yeah.
So, how about you, Chris or Linda? What do you think that you could help the public teach a little more patience and everything to people with disabilities?
Well, I think a lot of what we've done is when people actually come into our site too, that they're not part of the field, they're not part of us. And they'll have interactions with the guys. And sometimes you have to explain something like the echolalia. You might have to explain to somebody.
Yep.
And just those kind of things help people to understand that, that might be something that he does, but we all have stuff that we do. And it's just how he processes things. It's how he understands things. And I think the more we do that, the more people start to understand.
So, Linda,
Yep.
this question is specifically for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because I'm a little more of a cynic. So, but I think, I've noticed a lot, especially I think in the last, 5 years of teaching tolerance. But sometimes I feel like it lacks a little bit with the public and people with disabilities as far as really tolerance, like, you know what I mean? And accepting. So what do you think is missing?
I think really what is missing for a lot of people is exposure. They have never been around anyone with that specific type of disability. And as Chris was saying, if you explain it to them a little bit and just bridge that gap, then people generally are very welcoming. We've had great interactions with people in the community. We have better interactions now than we did 10, 15,
Absolutely.
20 years ago. And
yes.
It's much improved. It used to be you would take a group of clients to a car wash and everyone would just turn their heads with their mouths open and watch.
Yeah.
And now people will slowly come up to you and they'll start talking, and if you talk to them, it just seems to help bridge that gap that was.
But I still feel like there's a gap. Employment is a gap, and I still feel it. So I hope that it continues to, be bridged. Are you feeling like it's that you see that bridge happening in Chrestomathy?
Yes, a bridge. Chrestomathy. I saw it.
Well, I think especially, I've been with Chrestomathy for about 23 years now. And, when I first started, I think we had one person who had a, what we call competitive employment job at a Subway. And now it's about a quarter to our guys work. Like Mr. Lind here works a couple hours a week at Ziegler. And we have guys that work every day. And I think those kind of things have gotten better.
Yeah.
I think one of the, like Mr. Lin
Mr.
working
Lin.
at Ziegler
It's
Cat,
their cat there.
it's having a
Having
job, but it's
a
also a
job
very
there.
therapeutic experience for him.
Experience there.
He works in the parts department, cleaning shelves and those kind of things. And he loves every
I love
second
that
of it
thing of
because he's in the world that
A world.
the parts, and he
Parts,
knows all of them.
all stuff
And
there.
the staff that they
Staff
have
they
there,
have.
they all come over and they all say hi to him.
Hi to
And
'em.
they all have their, their special handshakes,
handshakes.
and those kind of things. And it's very
bumps.
genuine. It's not,
Yeah.
well, here's this disabled guy.
Disabled guy.
Here's Aaron.
That's Aaron.
And so they look at him as another employee.
Or employee.
And so those kind of
Yeah.
things, I can see where there's
see
steps
it.
being made.
How it's being made.
And I think that helps Mr. Lin
Mr.
here
Lin.
really grow.
Really
it's
grow.
it's not necessarily the paycheck and those kind of things.
Big.
It's always nice,
That was nice.
but it
Yeah.
really helps
Help.
him.
Him.
And then in turn, it grows on them, and so you do get these natural experiences
natural
again.
experience. There.
I think another thing that
Third
really
thing.
helps is that young people now are exposed to people with disabilities in schools.
Yes,
Yes.
the
Yes.
integration. That's
Yes.
true.
Yes,
That's true. That
and,
has helped.
and they don't think anything of it. Our employees aren't, and when they come to Chrestomathy, they aren't as much in awe or afraid of the clients because they know somebody that they went to school with, or they have a sibling, and it's more familiar to them.
So, Aaron, I know your letters led
Letters.
to a part-time
A
job,
part-time job.
didn't it?
Yep.
And so,
Working for Ziegler Cats.
who
Yeah.
who wants to tell the story?
I want to tell the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
I
it.
want to tell it.
You
good
wrote a
story.
letter to Ziegler Cats,
Ziegler Cats.
and what happened?
In Bloomington, Minnesota, start.
Yeah.
Yeah, work at Ziegler Cats, dictate a letter when they hire me at a job at Ziegler Cats.
What did you say to them that got them to hire you?
I actually got a job interview.
How did you do that?
I actually talked to the big boss man, Dan Bartnick, his last name. Yep, all that stuff. Dan
so
hired me for the job.
what is Ziegler Cats? What do they do?
And make big equipment there, sells a big equipment at the dealership. All that stuff. Work as a parts department.
So what do you do at Ziegler
I
Cats?
clean the shelves
Wow.
with Simple Green, all that stuff there. All that stuff, yep. Like that job. Seemed very focused at that job.
Yes, I'm sure you have to
Yeah.
be very focused, don't
Yeah.
you?
Clean all the shelves, keep it nice and clean. Keep the guys nice and happy.
Yes,
Clean the
that's
shelves.
right.
Keep nice and dust-free shelves.
That's right. What are
Dust
some of the
free.
what are some of the machines that you see there?
Both of the roll graders, all that stuff. Loaders, bobcats. Yep. Yeah, all that stuff there.
Do you have a favorite machine?
The dump truck.
the
favorite
dump
machine.
truck.
Guess
Tried and true.
Guess what? I got a Christmas bonus one year. Got a hitch pin.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yes, I did. I did.
Excellent.
Got a hitch pin there from Ziegler Cats for a Christmas bonus from Wade
That's really cool.
and Wooly. Give that to me.
So,
Took the picture.
what do you talk about with your coworkers?
I actually coworkers. I actually talk about ask for a more part sometimes. Ask for a calendar.
What do you talk to Michael about?
Michael
at
about
Ziegler?
the floor scrubber machine. Yep.
Yes, floor scrubber machine.
Ask Michael about that job. Operate the floor scrubber. All that stuff there. Yep. Yeah.
Do you think the floor scrubber looks more fun than the
more-
shelves?
Fun to clean the shelves. More fun job for me cleaning out the shelves.
Yeah?
Yes, I did. Like that job a lot. Yeah. Yeah. I like that job.
How many hours a week do you work there, Aaron?
1 day a week.
One
Wednesdays.
day. Excellent.
Yep. Work next Wednesday too. Go back to work.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah. Right before Thanksgiving. Yep.
All right.
All right.
So Linda, I want to
Linda.
know. Talk about different employment options for people with disabilities.
There's a wide range of options. Sometimes our clients will start out with an interest, and they might volunteer for a while. And we have clients that volunteer at nursing homes, play cards with the patients there. They might volunteer at the Humane Society, and then We have clients who work in food service. We've had tremendous success with jobs that start out and they're really over the lunch rush, where employers really have a hard time finding people that want to work, those hours.
Yeah.
And then for some clients, it can build, and if they have the stamina and it's right for them, they can work 6 hours a day. We have one woman who works at the Vikings headquarters, and she has a tremendous story about that being her dream job.
Aww.
And she knows that when she's working, she needs to be professional, but she can also be very discreet. The Vikings know her. And some of them will wave at her, and she discreetly waves back.
Aw, cool.
It's really cool. She loves that job. Yeah, and she's just come such a long ways. She'd been through 13 different programs.
Oh my.
She disrupted the life at Chrestomathy for her first few months, and I thought, oh no, what did I commit to?
It must feel good for you when you take on somebody and you think that, and then, months or maybe even some years later, it's an amazing turnaround.
Oh, absolutely. And we have to be optimistic. And, as Chris says, each day is a new day. And you just keep trying, and you keep looking for things that make a difference, and bring people out of their shell, and know to be patient, and try different approaches. Have a variety of activities, keep things interesting.
The terms that you hear about are person-centered and informed choice. They seem to be the terms that bounce around now. Can you talk a little bit about those?
Well, yeah, people use those terms a lot, but it's really not new concepts. Person-centered, it means, like with Aaron, learning what Aaron wants, learning what Aaron's identity is.
My piece. Yeah.
And letting him have choices.
Choices there.
Yeah.
Independent choices.
And that's very important to
Very
Aaron.
important
I
for
think Aaron
Aaron.
wants to talk about that a little bit more.
A little bit. Yep.
Talk about having independent choices. What does that mean to you, Aaron?
Means I be more independent. Choices be good for me in the future. Yes, and I put choices there. All that stuff. I like choices.
So what independent choices might be good?
I work on different tasks. Yeah. Sometimes do rice warmers sometimes helped.
And maybe learning to focus on those tasks?
More things focus on.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue. Yep.
That's right.
Gotta be patient.
Very true.
Very true.
Aaron makes a great point there. We do work on values at Chrestomathy, and each month
day program. Each month
we have a different theme.
Yeah.
Do you know the theme for this month, Aaron?
This month of actually being very excellent. The theme is a great month at Chrestomathy.
Yeah, gratitude.
A gratitude is a different skill I have. Gratitude. Yeah, it's a different skill I have to learn.
Yes.
Gratitude. There. Yep. All that stuff. Yep. Yeah.
So talk about the staff. It must take a lot of staff to do this.
A lot of staff effort
Linda.
there. A lot of staff effort does that. And my classroom helped me all the time.
We have an overall ratio of about 1 to 2. And we have some clients that do need 1-to-1 at least for a period of time. It does take a tremendous amount of staff to give the people the individual attention that they need. We have some clients that need assistance with all of their personal care. And we have some clients that are independent in that area, but they may have behavioral issues that require 4 staff to help them calm down at times. So there's a wide variety.
Yeah.
And in this era, like many businesses, it's hard to find new employees. We have a good core group. We were just looking at our statistics, and 80% of our staff have been with us for 2 years or more. But the people that we try to hire sometimes don't last for 3 to 6 months. They job hop looking for another job.
And why do you think that is?
There are a lot of reasons, I think, but one of the primary hardships for our direct care staff are the wages.
And do you see this happening throughout the industry?
Absolutely, throughout the industry, it's very difficult to live in an urban area and make $12 or $13 an hour.
Yes, especially if you can probably make more at McDonald's.
Yes,
which is a sad statement.
Yes, it is, and you know we spend time at the legislature each year, trying to lobby for wage increases.
Yeah.
Are there many programs like Chrestomathy around the state?
Yes, there are. There are a lot of very interesting programs. There are about 110 different programs around the state of Minnesota, and they serve a wide range of clients. Some programs specialize in working with people who are more like Aaron. And the clients that Chrestomathy serves. And then there are some clients that just need a little bit of supervision. They might need a job coach who just checks in with them for a while. There are some programs that help people who are more at the level where they have been on welfare and they're just starting to work and need to learn skills. And then there are clients that need supervision and enjoy work, want to work, but they might not be able to work 30 hours a week. They might be able to only work an hour or two at a time. And it's important to have choices.
What does MOHR stand for? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Stand for
Mora.
Mora.
Oh,
Okay.
MOHR.
Yes.
Now, that's MORE is our trade organization, and it stands for Minnesota Organization of Habilitation and Rehabilitation Facilities.
Yeah.
It's our trade organization, and each program is different, but we have a commonality among all programs in the population that we serve and our passion for providing quality services.
We need to take one more station break, and we'll be right back.
All right.
All
Take
right.
a station break. I will take a station break.
Cool.
Overall.
So what brings you here today, and what have you brought?
My wife dragged me here, so I brought this old radio.
Can you tell us what makes it special?
The tuner is stuck on 90.3, and that's the only station I can play on it.
Okay, well, let me tell you a little about it. Your radio is stuck on KFAI.
Is that good?
Their unique blend of music, news, and information brings the world to you.
Am I rich?
KFAI's blend of music, news, and entertainment makes them totally unique, which is why
Am I
KFAI is
rich?
weird, but we like it. You have a wealth of knowledge with KFAI.
Am I rich?
You're rich in spirit with KFAI.
Hey, buddy, want to buy a radio?
This is KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and KFAI.org. We've been speaking with a great lot of people, and I want to thank Aaron for putting together. Aaron, I'm going to mispronounce your last name. I'm sorry. Say it for me. Hastedi. Who is, you work at Wallace Group, and he kind of helped put this program together to talk about Mr. Aaron Lind over here, because he's been so impressed with you and really feels like you've earned the attention you're getting. So, is there any quick things that anybody would like to say in about 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I actually got a very quick question to ask you. How many years ago Chrestomathy established?
How many years ago?
Oh, Chrestomathy was established 34 years ago.
34 years ago
34
established.
years ago in
Wow.
1985.
Excellent.
5 there.
And we started out with just one site,
Just one
and we
sitting there.
expanded and expanded.
Expanded there.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to go, and thank you all
Have to
for
go
coming
now?
back on. Yeah. Sorry, but thank you, Aaron.
Thank you
so
very
much
much
for coming on and
Coming on the
sharing
radio,
your
Aaron.
stories.